Welcome back to the channel, guys. We're at this really incredible old mine site and we're gonna check it out. There are two structures on the property. There's that big one over there and there's a smaller one there you can see just over the roof of my truck, but we're gonna check out the big one first. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys will recognize this. It's pretty popular in the area. It's pretty well known. It's a historic site. This is like a early 20th century site, and this is actually was the region's only tin producer from 1939 to 1944. There are a couple of other mines with the same name, so not to get them confused. One thing I'd like to comment on is the Joshua trees coming up the road down there. So many of them are dead and it's quite sad. I'm not sure if it's because of a lack of water in the ground or what, but it's quite sad to see. This is incredible. I mean, it's perfectly well preserved. So here's your lower ore bin. I mean, just look at this. This is massive. And this has stayed like this, well preserved, for such a long time. The only things that I see here that are more recent are these, because they didn't have these types of bolts and nuts back then. So I think they put these to help keep it stable, which makes perfect sense. So here's your mine shaft, and you saw from the drone footage wonder how how far that goes down. You know, actually, if you look, I'll see if I can put my camera down here so you can get a better view. It is actually plugged at the bottom there. So it probably goes a lot deeper. There's just a bunch of stuff in there. And that ladder is in really sad shape. So of course, the ore would be hauled up this way. You still have your sheath wheel up there, and it would dump and go into your ore bin. There's probably a metal ore chute there at one time, and it's gone now. And then it would come down into there and down into there, and then there would be a truck and it would haul it off to get processed. All right, let's see what else we have down here. So there's a bunch of waste rock piles. There's one over there. I see another shaft over there. They have come through and gated them off. It almost looks like they started to dig in here and then they stopped. You go down here, you got a closer look at your ore bin. That does not belong on that. So there's a better look inside your ore bin right there, as close as I can get. All right, let's go over here and check out this shaft right here. It looks like there was an open cut here. Wonder if they started mining it out. There could be. Oh yeah, all right, well, that might be a way in. I'm not sure what this open cut is. We'll check this out when we get down there. But we're gonna go over there first and see that. So let's see if we can get a look in this one and see if it goes anywhere. So you guys got to be careful when you're walking in these places. This is where you're going to find your rattlesnakes getting out of the heat. Usually find them around mine portals. But I haven't seen any so far this year. Any rattlers. Man, I feel the cold air already. Here, you have your ore cart track. So this was the haulage level. They were bringing it out this way. And there's your shaft right there. So we were looking at the bottom right there. I would be surprised if it didn't go any deeper than that, but it had to, given the size of the head frame and ore bin. All right, let's go back over there and see if we can get a peek and see if that goes any deeper. Go around here. So given the size of the waste rock pile, it was a pretty substantial sized mine. Oh yeah, I can't see the bottom there. Yeah, fairly deep. Maybe a couple 100 feet. Okay, let's see what else we have here in this general area. I think I saw another shaft over there. And then we have this little stone structure right over there. Who knows what this could have been. And here is the other vertical shaft. So if you look between these two Joshua trees, you can see another gated off shaft down there, but we're not going to go over there. You can see they were bringing the ore and dumping it over there. This got my attention. This looks like a little... Yeah, it does not go anywhere. I mean, perhaps the dig was somewhere, but might have backfilled it, or it was just a little prospect, little test probe. You can actually see a little bit of copper. So there's also getting a little bit of copper in here. This one had a small little ladder and a small little decline. Let's see if you can get a better look down here. Again, it's hard to tell. You can kind of see it right there. This mine's in pretty bad shape underground. I doubt it's that stable. Okay, yeah, this one's definitely a smaller section. You know what, I think this is a different mine. I remember checking my map. It had a different name. It wasn't that one. This one had a completely different name. Yeah, this is a lot smaller. Very simple setup. Oh yeah, I can see the bottom right there. Again, it was either plugged or that was just the bottom. Nothing crazy. And then we have another shaft over here. If that one goes down to the same depth, then we'll probably know that it was just a small operation. I wonder if that was powder storage right there. Yeah, this one goes down to about the same depth. Yeah, this is probably a powder magazine, storing their dynamite and whatever else they had. Pretty cool, guys.